All right. Here we go. Hey, Kizilla. What's with the logo, buddy? You saying you're a Dodgers fan now? All right, guys. Gonna start the tagging everyone that's in the break. Let me know if sound and picture are good. I know the picture looks a little blurry, only because I got the focus all set up differently. Just a joke. All good, all good, all good. Should be a fun. It will be a fun World Series to watch, no matter what team you're cheering for. All right, just gonna tag everyone. Thanks, Kaizilla. Corey Dennis. I know I'm going on a little late for those of you that are in the East. I think there's a couple of you from the East, so hopefully you'll see this in the morning if you're not watching now. I think I got everyone. There we go. And I'll put the link up as well for YouTube. So for those of you, if you want to watch on YouTube, okay, 1 second here. All right. Jason, I was waiting. I tagged him. I waited for a good 10 minutes, but he just went MIA. He went missing. What can I do? I wanted Joe to be the one to run the random. Trust me. I'm sure there are other people who preferred that it was Joe running the random and not me. So my apologies. I just know it's getting late too. So random needed to get done. My apologies if the random didn't go in your favor. That was definitely not the plan. So I have one more thing I need to do here. Just to there we go. All right. Okay, there we go. Great board. I'm not sure this would have been you never know. You just never I don't know. Just tell Joe not to go MIA. Tag him in the only one really happy. There's some Calgary's happy. St. Louis should be happy. But yeah, of course, Montreal is the one you want. We get it. We totally get it. So, but hey, we'll see what happens. You never know what's in these 6 boxes. So, all right, we'll get started here. I know it's late, so I'm sure people are getting ready for bed. So let's just get started. All right, here we go with part 2 of our Series 1 random team break. Here are the 6 boxes. There's the number 2s that I wrote. If you want to check out the last random team video, part 1, that's where we opened up the case. I wrote down, I put it left to right. I believe left was chosen, so this was the right side. I wrote down number 2 on the boxes, and here we are. they look exactly the same. So there we go. There we go. Jimmy Snuggerud is a good hit for St. Louis. That's for sure. So these are the 6 boxes that is left from that case that we did for Random Team Part 1. Here is the list of teams. We got Bobby with the Washington Capitals, Jason Barbosa with Philadelphia Flyers, Bobby with the Montreal Canadiens and Toronto Maple Leafs. Corey's got the Wild and the Jets. Ron's got the Boston Bruins. Amrick's got the Jackets. Jason Heflin's got the Detroit Red Wings. Samuel Bond's got the Vegas Golden Knights. Bill Cunningham's got the Carolina Hurricanes. Ron's got the New Jersey Devils. Jason Kellogg's got the San Jose Sharks. Hooman's got the Calgary Flames. Rylan with the Kraken. Corey with the Chicago Blackhawks. Samuel Bond with the Buffalo Sabres. Dennis Ho with the New York Rangers. Ron with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Hooman with the Nashville Predators. Rylan with the Edmonton Oilers. Jason with the Penguins. Jason Barbosa, that is. Rylan with the Utah Mammoth. We got Jason Barbosa with the Colorado Avalanche. Jason Heflin with the St. Louis Blues. Hooman's got the Islanders. Ryland's got the Ottawa Senators. Corey with the Florida Panthers. Bill Cunningham with the Kings. Ryland with the Canucks. Jason Kellogg with the Ducks. And Jason Barbosa with the Dallas Stars. So there we go. There is your team list. So try this. All right, that's good. All right, like I said, these are our 6 boxes right here. We do have a second camera in the bottom corner, so I'm just going to slide these over to the side. Bring out our stands, and we can get started. All right, drop the camera down just a tad. There we go. All right, guys, here we go. Good luck. Box number 1 in our part 2 of our random 25-26 Series 1 random teams. Good luck. Just gonna move the. There we go. All right. All right, empty box. All right, guys, good luck. All right, here we go. Pack number 1. All right. We start off with the Young Gun canvas for the St. Louis Blues, Dalibor Dvorsky. Young Guns for Ottawa Senators of Donovan Sebrango. And a UD Portraits of Artem Lashunov for Chicago. We got a blue Adrian Kempe for the LA Kings. Encore. Ivan Barbashev for the Vegas Golden Knights. Joey Decord. Tracking systems for the Kraken. We got Alex Tuck for the Buffalo Sabres. Bustle. Wow, first one off the hop. Ivan Demidov for the Montreal Canadiens. Ivan Demidov. Not sure if that's an edge thing or if that's a... Yeah, a little bit of a... Not sure if you can see it. Just a little bit of edging right there. Yeah, other than that, there you go. Ivan Demidov. That's our first one. We got Rasmus Dahlin for the Buffalo Sabres. We'll get that sleeved up right away. Alrighty, Demidov off box number 1. All right, we got Dazzlers of Thomas Hartley for the Dallas Stars. Canvas of Cooley for Utah. Sidney Crosby for the Penguins. Cole Perfetti for the Winnipeg Jets. Jacob Markstrom for New Jersey. Sam Morton, Young Guns for the for the Calgary Flames. All right, we got pink Dazzlers for Minnesota, Kirill Kaprizov. Brady Tkachuk for the Ottawa Senators. Sidney Crosby for Pittsburgh. Leo Carlson for the Anaheim Ducks. Rory Cairns, Young Guns for Calgary. Gabe Perreault portraits for the Rangers. Zach Hyman for the Edmonton Oilers. William Eklund for San Jose. UC Saros for Nashville. Jake Ottinger for the Dallas Stars. Canvas Victor Osman, Young Guns for the Seattle Kraken. That's a Seattle Kraken. That's going to Ryland. William Eklund, Cup Quest, San Jose. And we got some weird upside down packs here. We got Cale Makar, Sizzle Reel Speckled for Colorado. Owen Power, Canvas for Buffalo. Roman Josi, Cup Quest for Nashville. Leon Draisaitl for the Edmonton Oilers. Samuel Montembeault for Montreal. And a Young Guns for the New York Islanders of Jacob Skarek for the New York Islanders. All right. Oh, one more pack. One more pack. It is our Outburst. Young Gun Outburst going to the San Jose Sharks. Luca Gagnoni. Corner is busted on that one, unfortunately. Corner is not looking good on this one. So they're just letting you know who's got the Sharks. Who's got the Sharks here? Jason Kellogg. Yeah, just letting you know right there. Unfortunately, with the corner. We'll sleep that one up, though. Compadres for the Preds. Forsberg and Josi. And Dylan Holloway for St. Louis. All right. All right, let's leave these up top loaded. Then we'll move on to box number 2. Let's see if we can get another Demidov. See if we can get a Young Gun exclusive. I don't believe we hit a number. We did hit a clear cut Young Gun in the part 1. All right, put that one there, and do that, and we'll do that. There we go. All right, that was box number 1. Box number 2 coming right up. Here we go. Box number 2. Empty box. Dougie Hamilton, canvas for the Devils. For the Kraken, we got Yanni Niemann. Yanni Niemann for the Seattle Kraken. Young Guns, and a Macklin Celebrini for the Sharks. Jake Ottinger for the Dallas Stars. Cale Makar for Colorado. Bobrovsky for the Florida Panthers. Compadres of Kucherov and Hedman for the Lightning. Young Guns for the Philadelphia Flyers of Carson DeWart. And a Martin Necas Cup Quest for Colorado. Blue Dazzlers of Sidney Crosby for the Penguins. Ivan Barbashev canvas for Vegas. Malkin for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Portraits. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen for the Buffalo Sabres Encore. Luke Hughes for the New Jersey Devils. And a Dalibor Dvorsky Young Guns for St. Louis. We got a UD Exclusives 88 out of 100 for the Ottawa Senators. Nick Jensen. That is going to Ottawa. Ryland with the Ottawa Senators. Alex Ovechkin for the Washington Capitals. And Alex Ovechkin for the Washington Capitals. Young Gun canvas for the Ottawa Senators of Donovan Sebrango. Donovan Sebrango. That I believe is going to Ryland. Luca Gagnoni is a regular Young Gun going to the San Jose Sharks. Cale Makar for Colorado. Compositions. Fill your dollar box. That's right. We got a black and white canvas of Lucas Raymond for the Detroit Red Wings. Chris Kreider for the New York Rangers. And Lucas Dostal for Anaheim. Jake Gensel for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Matthew Robertson, Young Guns for the New York Rangers. And a Thatcher Demko for the Vancouver Canucks. Speckled Compadres of Aho and Svechnikov for the Hurricanes. Philip Gustafson for the Minnesota Wild. And a Patrick Laine Portraits for Montreal. Connor Zary for the Calgary Flames. Encore. Ilya Sorokin for the New York Islanders. And a Skylar Brindamore. Brindamore for the Carolina Hurricanes. All right, last pack, box 2. We got a silver outburst of Andrew Kopp for Detroit. Austin Matthews and Michael. William Nylander for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And Jake Gensel for Tampa Bay. All right. That was box number 2. Moving on to box number 3. top loaded and sleeved up. All right, here we go with box number 3. After I move this base. All right, box number 3. Good luck. All right, empty box. All right, Anders Lee for the New York Islanders. For the Seattle Kraken, we got a Young Guns of Jacob Melanson and Steven Stamkos. For the Nashville Predators, Noah Ostlund encore for Buffalo. Thatcher Demko speckled Cup Quest for the Canucks, and a Turi Lehkonen for Colorado. Matthew Tkachuk for the Florida Panthers. Young Guns for the Toronto Maple Leafs of Jacob Quillen, and a Nazem Kadri for Calgary. Brent Clark for the LA Kings, Blue Dazzlers. Alex Ovechkin for the Washington Capitals. Tyler Toffoli for San Jose. Robert Thomas for the St. Louis Blues. Connor Hellebuck for the Winnipeg Jets. And number 2 going to the Montreal Canadiens of Ivan Demidov. Ivan Demidov. Looks like we got the same issue, unfortunately, with the edge there. Other than that, everything else looks good. So let's leave that one up right away. There we go. That is 2 Demidovs. No, the Montreal for Florida trade did not go through, unfortunately. Oh, who's got Toronto? We got a short print Toronto going to the Toronto Maple Leafs of Austin Matthews. Swagnificant going to Bobby LeBrun. Jonathan Marchessault for the Nashville Predators. Connor Bedard, Chicago. Okay. Moved out the exclusive. There we go. Nikita Tolopilo for the Vancouver Canucks. Young Guns. William Eklund for the San Jose Sharks. And looks like I probably missed one insert here. Just going to double check. Yeah, there it is. Tage Thompson for the Buffalo Sabres. Oh, I don't think we're going to get a third. The third's not, we'll see. If a third shows up, it's because it's a numbered card or some sort of parallel. Adam Larson, clear cut for the Seattle Kraken. Sam Reinhart for the Florida Panthers. Igor Shesterkin for the Rangers. Compadres of Ovechkin and Wilson for the Washington Capitals. Owen Sillinger for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Young Guns, Austin Matthews for the Leafs. Speckled Mason McTavish for the Anaheim Ducks. Alexis Lafreniere for the Rangers. Kopitar for the Kings. Evgeny Malkin for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Owen Tippett for for Philadelphia. And we got a Dylan Duke Young Guns for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Last pack of box 3. Connor Hellebuck Outburst for the Winnipeg Jets. Sidney Crosby for the Pittsburgh Penguins. And an Igor Shesterkin Cup Quest for the Rangers. All right. That was box 3. Moving on to box 4. All right, there we go. Moving on to box number 4. Box 4, here we go. Good luck. Empty box. All right. Ryan Leonard, Pink Dazzlers for the Washington Capitals. Nice hit for Washington. Austin Matthews, Toronto Maple Leafs. Connor Bedard for Chicago. Jake Neighbors for the St. Louis Blues. Sam Renzel, Young Guns for the Chicago Blackhawks. And a Connor McDavid for the Edmonton Oilers. We got a black and white canvas Young Guns for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Jack Finley. There you go, Tampa Bay. Got a black and white Young Gun canvas. That's going to Ron. Mackenzie Weegar for the Calgary Flames. Sergei Bobrovsky for the Florida Panthers. Pyotr Kochetkov for the Carolina Hurricanes. Young Guns of Jacob Skarek for the New York Islanders. And a Marco Rossi for Minnesota. Blue Dazzlers of Dougie Hamilton for New Jersey. William Nylander for Toronto. Brady Tkachuk for Ottawa. Noah Dobson for the Islanders. Compadres of Hellebuck and Morrissey for the Jets. And a nice hit for Calgary. Zane Parekh. Young Guns for the Calgary Flames. There's another one that you want to hit. It's going to Calgary. Hooman with the Calgary Flames. There we go. JT Compher for the Detroit Red Wings. Tim Wash, Young Guns for the Anaheim Ducks. And a Moritz Seider, Portraits for Detroit. Ivan Demidov, Encore for the Montreal Canadiens. Martin Necas, Speckled for Colorado. And a Kiefer Sherwood for Vancouver. Logan Thompson for the Washington Capitals. Colton Dach, Young Guns for the Chicago Blackhawks. Chris Kreider for the Rangers. Philip Grubauer for the Kraken. Brandon Montour also for the Kraken. And a Noah Ostlund portraits for Buffalo. Alex Tuck for the Buffalo Sabres. Lane Hudson for the Montreal Canadiens. Young Guns for the Philadelphia Flyers of Rodrigo Abols. Rodrigo Abols. Last pack. Silver Outburst. Going to the Vancouver Canucks, Philip Hronek. Silver Outburst. Yaroslav Askarov for the San Jose Sharks, and a William Nylander for Toronto. All right, that was box 4. 2 more boxes to go. All right. Moving on to box number 5. All right, box number 5. Here we go. 2 more boxes to go. Empty box. Joel Eriksson Ek for Minnesota. Young Guns for the Boston Bruins of Michael Callahan. Also for the Bruins, David Pastrnak. Jimmy Snuggerud for the St. Louis Blues. Jake Gensel for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Charlie Lindgren for the Capitals. Jack Eichel and Mark Stone for the Vegas Golden Knights. Cam Lund. Young Guns for the San Jose Sharks. Kirill Kaprizov for the Minnesota Wild. Let him sleep. You'll have a nice wake up tomorrow. Dazzlers for the Chicago Blackhawks, Artem Leshunov. Leon Draisaitl for the Edmonton Oilers, Alex Ovechkin for the Washington Capitals. Sorokin for the New York Islanders, Cam Fowler for the St. Louis Blues, and a Carter Mazur. Young Guns for the Detroit Red Wings. Wow, deluxe right behind it. Going to the Detroit Red Wings. Is that 190 out of 250? Carter Mazur for the Detroit Red Wings. Jason Heflin with the Detroit Red Wings. Nice hit on the deluxe. There we go. All right, now we're going to take you back down. All right. Nazem Kadri for Calgary. Nick Suzuki for Montreal. Mario Ferraro for the San Jose Sharks. We got a Young Gun checklist of Demidov and Leshunov. This will be between Montreal and Chicago, unless we get another one, but I don't believe we will because we did get one in the first half. So this will be our only one. So Montreal is Bobby LeBrun. Chicago is Corey Chang. Corey Chen. Nikita Kucherov for the Tampa Bay Lightning. So we'll run that random at the end of the break. We'll roll the dice and see who gets it. Black and white canvas of Dmitry Voronkov for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Jonathan Marchessault for the Nashville. Stuart Skinner for the Oilers. Tyler Bertuzzi for the Chicago Blackhawks. Our second, Zane Parekh, going to the Calgary Flames. Dalibor Dvorsky for St. Louis. All right, Cam Talbot for the Detroit Red Wings. Lucas Dostal for Anaheim. Jack Hughes for the New Jersey Devils. Quentin Byfield for LA. Jordan Binnington for St. Louis. And a Quinn Hudson going to Edmonton. Quinn Hudson Young Guns. Last pack, box 5. It's another Young Gun. Wow. Another Silver Outburst Young Gun. This one's going to Tampa Bay. Dylan Duke. This one is in a bit better condition than this one over here. That's for sure. Jack Hughes and Luke Hughes for New Jersey, and Alex DeBrincat for Florida. All right, there we go. Just gonna move this base, and then we got one more box to go. All right, we're gonna run this random at the end. So I'll sleep that in a second. We'll run that random at the end there. And it looks like I need to open a new pack of sleeves too, guys. So I'll quickly grab that. All right. Just have to grab another pack of penny sleeves. All right. Last box of the break coming right up. All right, there we go. Here we go. Last box of the break. Good luck. Box number 6 in our 6-box random team for 25-26 Series 1. All right, empty box. Here we go. Let's see what we can grab in this last box. Good luck. Jordan Kyrou for the St. Louis Blues. Vasilevsky for the Tampa Bay. And there we go. That was the last young gun we were waiting for. Jimmy Snuggerud for St. Louis. All right, there we go. We hit every single young gun we needed to hit. At least in this half. All right. Let's finish this off. Oh, we got a number card. Nathan McKinnon for the Colorado Avalanche. I believe that's Jason Barbosa with the Avalanche. And it is numbered 108 out of 199. 108 out of 199 going to Jason Barbosa. Patrick Laine and Yuri Slafkovsky for Montreal. Leon Draisaitl for the Oilers. Not many number cards in this case. In our PYT case, it seemed like there was a number card in almost every box. Jacob Melanson, Young Gun Canvas for the Seattle Kraken. Nicholas Coco, Young Guns for the Seattle Kraken. And a Matthew Barzal for New York Islanders. Thatcher Demko for the Canucks. Patrick Laine for the Canadiens. Joseph Wall for the Leafs. Evander Kane for the Edmonton Oilers. Riley Duran, Young Guns for the Boston Bruins. Quinn Hughes. Compositions for the Canucks. Joey Daccord, Blue Dazzlers for Seattle. Matthias Ekholm for the Edmonton Oilers. Sam Reinhart for the Florida Panthers. Kyle Connor for the Winnipeg Jets. Donovan Sabrango, Young Guns for the Ottawa Senators. Cale Makar for Colorado. Lane Hudson Blue, Encore for the Montreal Canadiens. Sebastian Aho for the Carolina Hurricanes. And a Dakota Joshua. This one's going to Vancouver Canucks. Leo Carlson for the Anaheim Ducks. Oliver Moore, Young Guns for the Chicago Blackhawks. Tage Thompson for Buffalo. Speckled of Cole Perfetti for the Winnipeg Jets. Kirill Kaprizov for the Minnesota Wild. And a Quinn Hughes for the Canucks. All right, 2 packs to go. Should be an outburst in that last pack. Jesper Bratt for the New Jersey Devils. Jacob Markstrom for the Devils. And a Sam Morton, Young Guns for the Calgary Flames. Last pack of the break. Silver Outburst. Ryan Poehling, Silver Outburst for the Philadelphia Flyers. Jesper Bratt for the New Jersey Devils. And our last card of the break is a Kirill Kaprizov goal-oriented for Minnesota. All right, and there we go. That is the break. Well, it definitely didn't disappoint. We ended up with 2 Demidovs, 2 Parake, only 1 Snuggerud, but that's okay. So I'll just sleeve these up quickly, and then I'll grab my dice, and then we will run the dice roll for the Young Gun checklist. Just to let you guys know, I got something really cool coming up this week. We will be running a Young Gun a Young Gun Hunt with the new 25-26 Series 1 box. We'll be running that later this week. I'm going to grab that box tomorrow. It'll probably be anywhere between $25 to $35 a spot. So be on the lookout for that one. I also have, which I'm going to show you quickly, new release from Topps for Disney that just came out last week. I managed to get a couple boxes. So we got Disney Wonder. So the second official set that they released, other than Topps Chrome, which was out a couple of months ago. This is the new one, just came out last week. We got 20 packs per box, 6 cards per pack. Look for limited autographs and sketch cards. So I'll also be posting that later this week. We'll probably do a pack random on this one. So looking forward to this one. 1 numbered card per box. So at least we get at least 1 numbered card. And of course, we're going to look for autographs and sketches. So, and then it's autographs of the voices who've played these characters. So Ming-Na Wen will be for Mulan, and then what's her name for Elsa. So yeah. So be on the lookout for that one. That will be soon, later on this week. All right, here we go with a random for this one here. So I'm just going to grab my dice. There it is. All right. So if we roll a 1, 2, or 3, it's going to go to the left. That is 1, 2, or 3. If we roll a 4, 5, or 6, it's going to go to the right. 4, that's 6. Where's 5? There, 5 and 6. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. All right. Here you go, guys. Good luck. Take it from the top. That is going to number 6. That is going to go to the right side. Number 6. That is going to Corey. Where did my pen go? It's a silver pen, but it's okay. We can still do it. There we go. There we go. Going to the right side. And that's going to Corey. All right, guys. That is it for the break. Thanks again for joining. Just to quickly recap, we got 2 Demidovs, 2 Zane Parekh. We got 1 Jimmy Snuggerud. And behind that, we got a Swagnificence of Austin Matthews for Toronto. We did hit 2 Young Gun Silver Outbursts. This is one of them, Dylan Duke, and a Carter Mazur Young Gun Deluxe out of 250. But of course, that's who we came to see. So there we go, guys. Thanks again for joining. Really appreciate the fill. Check out the breaks that will be coming out later this week. That Disney one should be fun. All right, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.